Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Friday. It's the 24th of November, 2023. Gonna look at the third race from the Big A, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the third race from Aqueduct, which is usually, for years and years and years, was the traditional Thanksgiving Day feature. I don't think we've run here in New York on Thanksgiving since 2019, if not 2018. So it's been a while since they've run this race on Thanksgiving. Last few years they've been running it Sunday after Thanksgiving. This year they put it back to Friday, which I think is a good thing. And it's always an exciting race. The third race, it is the Fall Highweight Handicap. It's a grade 3 event going for a $200,000 purse. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards. 6 horses in this year's Highweight going the distance of ground 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs in the Fall Highweight. Gonna take the one-horse Bold Journey as a top selection. Let's go 1, 2, 4, 5 in the superfecta. 1, 2, 4, 5 super top selection to one horse Bold Journey. This 4-year-old colt by Hardspun. Belmont trains. Jose Ortiz gets the mount. The horse's most recent ad came in mid-October, the 12th to be exact, here at Aqueduct. 6 furlongs and off 6-2 claimer, and he won by a nose that day. He kind of sat back early. He doesn't have a lot of forwardly pace that day, but he slowly moved his way into it, and he kind of ran like his stablemate Elite Power that day. He had the explosive turn of foot late, and he got there in nick of time. That was a very good run. He ran a career best 96 bar that day. Coming to the logical next step to stakes quality horses, I think he could get the trip to win. 2 back and up 6-2 at Saratoga, 6 furlongs 26th of August. He finished second by in length that day, and he didn't get out of the gate so clearly, but again, he had the explosive turn of foot late. Not a bad race after all said and done. And then back to dirt prior to that 29th of July at Saratoga, 6 furlongs off 62. He finished 7 by 6 1/4 lengths that day. He was wide, he was drifting. He just wasn't comfortable that day. But, in midsummer, or mid-spring, they actually tried him on turf. 13th of May at Belmont, 7 furlongs on the Widener allowance race, 95,000. He finished second by a 3/4 length that day. And I didn't pick him that day. I remember being at Belmont. I didn't pick him that day. And he ran his heart out. I had the winner, and I had the third place horse. And I think I had the fourth place horse for second in the trifecta. The reason I remember, I missed the trifecta because this horse ran his heart out, getting from nowhere to get placed that day. He ran his heart out. He just missed, but he ran his heart out that day. Came back to run Belmont Stakes weekend, 6 furlongs in Lance Race 95 at Belmont, which he won by 3/4 in length. And again, he got out of the gate well. He sat back early, and he slowly moved his way into it and got the job done on the rail. That was a very good, strong run. With the rails down, that was where you wanted to go at Belmont Stakes weekend on the turf at here in New York. But, those turf efforts weren't bad at all. His races actually last winter here weren't bad at all either. He won here in option 45 in mid-February with a 96 Buyer. Came back to run in the Carter Handicap where he finished 5th by 4 1/4 lengths with absolutely no weight. He was wide and he just never really excelled. Doppelganger and Rupo Rocks, who's next star winner, really had the jump on him. But refreshing here, gets a good weight of 128 pounds in the handicap. He could definitely win. I think the 2-horse Rodney is another very likely winner, carrying 130 pounds in this handicap. Most recently in the Hudson over the 6.5 on the mud in late October, he won by a length that day, and dueling on the front end, he had enough left in the tank to get the job done. With a 100 Buyer, that was a strong run. Prior to that, at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs off 80 against Open Company. He finished 4th by 2 1/4 lengths that day. Not the best beginnings, and he just never, got comfortable. He was with them early on, but then he just completely crumbled. New York traffic off the bench really ran a terrific race. I wonder what he's going to do next, but he just wasn't getting into it that day. And then at Saratoga going 6 and optional 80 off the bench, he was just facing tough horses. Back to wintertime horses here in New York now. He could definitely win. Training well Belmont, half mile last week in 46-3. I'll give him a shot in the early pick 4. But to recount my selection for the third from Aqueduct now, it's the Fall Highweight Handicap. Going to take the one-horse Bold Journey. Give kudos to the 2-horse Rodney. 1, 2, 4, 5 super. 1, 2 in our multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.